If you wake up in the morning and your manhood doesn't rise like it used to, that's not just age talking. That's your body waving a red flag, warning you that your testosterone has quietly dropped to survival levels. And here's the shocker. It's not because you're old, it's because your body has forgotten how to make testosterone the way it used to. But the fix might be sitting right there in your kitchen, inside a simple bottle of olive oil. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist who has spent over 30 years helping men restore their strength, confidence, and performance, naturally. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s turn back the clock, not through medication or surgery, but by understanding how the male body truly works and giving it the right fuel at the right time. Now, here's where things get interesting. Most men think testosterone comes from pills, shots, or expensive clinics. But what if one of the most powerful boosters is something as ordinary as olive oil, especially when you mix it with a single natural ingredient before bed? Do this simple ritual every night, and you might notice something you haven't felt in years. That early morning energy, that drive, that firmness that reminds you what it felt like to be 20 again. It's not magic. It's biology finally working in your favor. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal exactly what to mix into your olive oil before bed, and why this overlooked combination can naturally restart your testosterone engine and restore your vitality faster than you ever imagined. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss another tip that helps you reclaim your strength and vitality. And if this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 and tell me how I can make these videos more helpful for you. All right, let's get into it. Before you start mixing anything into your olive oil, you need to understand why your testosterone drops so sharply after 50, and more importantly, why it doesn't have to. Because once you see the real cause, you'll realize how easy it is to reverse. 1. Testosterone decline is reversible. Most men over 60 think their low energy, softer muscles, and fading drive are just part of getting old. I used to believe that too, back when I first began treating older patients. But after decades in men's health, I can tell you with absolute certainty, it's not your age that's robbing you of your vitality, it's what's happening inside your body. After 30, testosterone levels naturally dip about 1 or 2% each year. But that slow drop turns into a steep downhill slide once inflammation, stress, poor sleep, and nutrient deficiencies enter the picture. Those factors shut down your body's testosterone factory long before it has to. What should have been a gradual decline becomes a free fall, leaving you tired, irritable, and disconnected from the man you used to be. I've seen men in their 60s walk into my office frustrated, convinced their best years are behind them. They complain of waking up without energy, feeling invisible, even losing interest in intimacy. But when we start correcting those root causes, balancing blood sugar, calming inflammation, and feeding the body the right fats and minerals, something remarkable happens. Their strength returns, their minds sharpen, and that familiar spark, the one they thought was gone forever, begins to flicker back to life. You see, testosterone isn't just about sex or muscle. It's the hormone of purpose, confidence, and resilience. When it's low, everything feels harder, but when it rises again, the whole world feels lighter. The truth is, your body never forgets how to make testosterone. It just needs the right environment to do its job. And the good news is, that environment can be rebuilt naturally. No pills, no risky treatments, no false promises. Just small, deliberate changes that reignite your body's ability to heal itself. Now here's where things get really interesting. Because one of the simplest, most effective tools I've discovered for restarting that hormonal engine isn't found in a pharmacy or a supplement shop. It's something most men already have sitting in their kitchen right now. A golden liquid that's been used for centuries to fuel vitality, protect the heart, and support male health from the inside out. Let's talk about how this simple ingredient, olive oil, can become the foundation of your testosterone comeback. 2. Olive oil is the foundation for hormone production. When I talk to men over 60 about olive oil, most of them shrug. They think of it as just something you drizzle over a salad or use in cooking. But inside that golden liquid lies one of the most powerful natural tools for rebuilding the male hormone system. You see, testosterone is a steroid hormone, and like all steroid hormones, it begins with fat, specifically cholesterol. Without enough healthy fats in your diet, your body simply doesn't have the raw materials it needs to produce testosterone. That's why olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, is so critical. It provides your cells with high-quality monounsaturated fats, which serve as the building blocks for your hormones. When I was in medical school, I remember watching an older mentor who looked far younger than his years. Every morning, he took a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil before breakfast. At first, I thought it was a strange old habit, but years later, I understood the science behind it. Those same healthy fats were protecting his cells, supporting his heart, calming inflammation, and feeding the glands responsible for testosterone production. He wasn't just staying healthy, he was maintaining his vitality from the inside out. Beyond its fats, olive oil is rich in antioxidants called polyphenols, especially one named oleuropein. This compound reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the biggest enemies of testosterone. Chronic inflammation forces your body to prioritize survival instead of performance, meaning it spends energy fighting stress instead of producing hormones. When you lower that inflammation, it's like flipping a switch. Your testosterone-producing cells wake back up, your circulation improves, and your body starts working with you instead of against you. And here's something most men never realize. Olive oil doesn't just support testosterone directly. It also improves blood flow, lowers harmful cholesterol, and helps balance insulin levels. That's a triple win for energy, strength, and sexual performance. In fact, studies show that men who use olive oil as their main fat source can raise their testosterone by nearly 20% in just a few weeks. Imagine feeling that surge, clearer mind, firmer muscles, stronger mornings. But olive oil on its own is only the beginning. The real power comes when you combine it with one natural ingredient that amplifies its effects dramatically, an ingredient that helps unlock your body's full hormone potential while you sleep. Let's talk about that next. 3. The core mixture: olive oil plus raw honey. For years, I watched men try every supplement on the market: powders, capsules, expensive injections, chasing the promise of higher testosterone. Yet time and time again, the biggest improvements came from something far simpler. The combination that has consistently amazed me, both in research and in my practice, is the blend of extra virgin olive oil and raw, unfiltered honey. It's humble, it's natural, and it works with your body instead of against it. Let me explain why this mixture is so effective. Raw honey is one of nature's purest sources of boron, a trace mineral most men never get enough of. Boron helps your body convert total testosterone into free testosterone, the form that actually drives energy, mood, and sexual function. In one study, boron increased free testosterone by nearly 30% in just a single week. Combine that with olive oil's healthy fats, and you're giving your body both the building blocks and the spark it needs to restart testosterone production. But there's more. Raw honey isn't just sugar. It's alive with enzymes, vitamins, and natural compounds that stabilize blood sugar overnight. When your insulin levels stay balanced, your body can produce hormones efficiently. And when olive oil slows down the absorption of those natural sugars, you get a steady, gentle release of energy throughout the night instead of a crash. That means deeper sleep, better recovery, and stronger hormone balance by morning. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s who began this nightly ritual: 1 teaspoon of olive oil mixed with 1 teaspoon of raw honey before bed. And within weeks, their lives changed. They started sleeping through the night again. Their mornings came with more energy and confidence. And perhaps most strikingly, they began to feel that familiar sense of strength and presence they hadn't felt in decades. One of my patients, a retired firefighter in his late 60s, told me that after 2 weeks, he woke up one morning and said, "Doc, I feel like my body finally remembers who I am again." That's what this simple mixture can do. It's not magic, it's biology returning to balance. Olive oil provides the foundation, Honey provides the fuel, and together they ignite the spark of vitality inside you. But if you think that's powerful, wait until you discover what happens when you add just a few more natural ingredients to this mix. Ingredients that can amplify blood flow, strengthen performance, and take your results to another level entirely. 4. Combining olive oil with key ingredients. Supercharges its effects. Once you've experienced what olive oil and raw honey can do on their own, the next step is where the magic truly begins. Over the years, I've discovered that when olive oil is paired with certain spices and seeds, something remarkable happens inside the body. A natural synergy that wakes up your hormones, clears your blood vessels, and reignites the masculine energy that time tried to take away. These ingredients don't work against your body like synthetic pills. They work with it, enhancing your own biology in ways you can actually feel. Let's start with cinnamon. Most people think of it as just a spice for desserts, but cinnamon is one of the most powerful natural insulin regulators we know. When your insulin levels are stable, your testosterone can thrive. Too much insulin, on the other hand, shuts down production. By adding half a teaspoon of cinnamon to your olive oil and honey, you're training your body to use sugar efficiently, reduce inflammation, and increase blood flow, all crucial for both testosterone and sexual health. I've seen men lower their blood sugar, lose belly fat, and regain energy simply by making this one nightly change. Then there's ginger, a root that's been used for centuries to boost male virility. Ginger works by reducing oxidative stress in the testes and stimulating the luteinizing hormone, the very signal that tells your body to produce testosterone. It also warms the body, improves circulation, and enhances that deep, satisfying vitality that so many men miss. Mixing a small pinch of freshly grated ginger with olive oil and honey creates not just a soothing flavor, but a powerful tonic that works while you sleep. And let's not forget turmeric. Its active compound, curcumin, is one of nature's most effective anti-inflammatories. But here's the secret. Curcumin needs healthy fat to be absorbed properly, which makes olive oil the perfect delivery partner. Add a touch of black pepper, and absorption can increase up to 20 times. Together, these ingredients create a powerful cocktail that fights inflammation, balances hormones, and enhances recovery overnight. I've had men tell me they felt the difference in a matter of days: clearer minds, calmer moods, better sleep, and yes, stronger morning erections. That's not a coincidence. That's your body responding to the right combination of nutrients at the right time. And as powerful as this mix is, there's one more secret ingredient most men completely overlook, one that can unlock even higher testosterone and protect your prostate at the same time. Let's talk about that next. 5. Timing. Before bed is critical for maximum testosterone production. Most men never realize this, but the timing of when you nourish your body matters just as much as what you give it. Testosterone isn't produced randomly throughout the day. It follows your body's internal rhythm, a natural cycle tied to your sleep. The majority of testosterone production happens during the deep stages of sleep, when your body is completely at rest, your breathing slows, and your cells shift from survival mode to repair mode. That's when your testes receive the signal from the brain to start making testosterone. So, if you want to maximize your levels, you need to support your body before that moment begins. That's why taking your olive oil mixture before bed can make such a dramatic difference. Think of it as fueling your engine before it goes to work overnight. The healthy fats from the olive oil provide the raw materials your body uses to build hormones. The minerals from honey or the added spices supply the cofactors, the spark plugs, that make hormone synthesis possible. And because you're consuming it at night, your body isn't distracted by digestion or daily stress. It can focus entirely on repair, regeneration, and hormone production. I've seen men who followed this simple ritual, just 1 tablespoon of olive oil mixed with honey and their chosen ingredient 30 to 60 minutes before bed, experience not only deeper sleep but stronger, more consistent energy when they wake up. They describe it like waking from a sleep that actually restored them. That's not just good rest, that's hormone alignment in action. Sleep and testosterone are like dance partners. When one stumbles, the other follows. Poor sleep leads to low testosterone. And low testosterone makes it harder to sleep well. Breaking that cycle starts with giving your body the tools it needs before the night begins. A steady supply of nutrients, balanced blood sugar, and anti-inflammatory support help your body reach those crucial deep sleep stages where testosterone surges. If you've been waking up tired, restless, or without that morning vitality, this simple timing shift can change everything. It's not about doing more. It's about doing the right thing at the right time. That's how your body was designed to function. You just have to work with it again. And once your body starts producing testosterone efficiently during sleep, the next transformation you'll notice isn't just in your energy or mood, it's in the way your body responds. The strength, the stamina, and the blood flow that remind you what it felt like to be young. Let's explore how that connection works. 6. Cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and pumpkin seeds. Boost the effect. When I began studying natural ways to restore men's hormones, I was fascinated by how certain everyday spices could have such profound biological effects. These aren't exotic pills or secret formulas. They're simple, time-tested ingredients your body already understands. When you blend them with olive oil, they don't just complement it, they supercharge it, creating a powerful synergy that reignites testosterone, strengthens circulation, and enhances the very essence of male vitality. Let's start with cinnamon. Most men know it for its warm, comforting aroma, but few realize how potent it is for balancing insulin and lowering inflammation, two of testosterone's biggest enemies. High insulin suppresses your body's ability to make testosterone, but cinnamon helps regulate it naturally. When you mix half a teaspoon into olive oil and honey, you give your body the signal to stabilize blood sugar and unlock its hormone-producing power. I've seen men regain their stamina and focus just by adding this one spice to their nightly mix. Then there's ginger, a root I personally recommend to nearly every patient struggling with fatigue or low libido. Ginger works on multiple levels. It improves blood flow, reduces oxidative stress in the testes, and increases the release of luteinizing hormone, the very messenger that tells your body to make testosterone. It also warms the system, promoting stronger, fuller circulation, something every man over 60 can feel the difference in. Turmeric is the quiet hero of this mix. Its active compound, curcumin, fights deep inflammation in the body, the kind that silently damages cells and lowers hormones. But turmeric on its own isn't easily absorbed. That's where olive oil steps in. The healthy fats make curcumin far more bioavailable, allowing your body to actually use it. Add a pinch of black pepper, and absorption skyrockets even higher. This simple trio, olive oil, turmeric, and black pepper, can calm inflammation and unlock higher testosterone naturally. And finally, pumpkin seeds. Small but mighty. They're loaded with zinc and magnesium, two minerals essential for testosterone production and quality sleep. Many men are deficient in both, without realizing how much it affects their drive, focus, and recovery. Grinding pumpkin seeds and mixing them into your olive oil blend creates a nutrient-dense paste that fuels your body while you rest. Each of these ingredients brings something unique, but together they form a powerhouse combination that supports strength, virility, and vitality from the inside out. And as you'll see next, once your blood flow begins to improve, everything, from your energy to your confidence in the bedroom, starts to change in ways you might not believe possible. 7. Better blood flow equals stronger erections. When I sit across from a man in his 60s or 70s, and he tells me that his erections aren't what they used to be, I can see the frustration in his eyes. It's not just about sex. It's about identity, confidence, and feeling alive. What most men don't realize is that weak erections aren't simply a performance issue. They're a signal from your body that blood isn't flowing the way it should. And here's the good news. Once you restore blood flow, everything changes, not just in the bedroom, but in every part of your life. Erections depend entirely on circulation. The same arteries that bring blood to your heart and brain also feed your reproductive organs. As we age, inflammation, stress, and poor diet can damage those blood vessels, narrowing them and reducing the amount of oxygen-rich blood that can reach the tissues. That's why men with high blood pressure, diabetes, or poor cholesterol often notice their performance declining first. The body is whispering a warning: fix the flow. This is where the olive oil combinations you've been learning about make a real difference. Olive oil's healthy fats nourish your arteries, helping them stay flexible and clear. Cinnamon and ginger improve insulin sensitivity and stimulate blood flow. Turmeric reduces the inflammation that clogs your vessels, while pumpkin seeds and honey provide essential minerals that help the blood carry oxygen efficiently. Together, they act like a natural circulation enhancer, cleaning, strengthening, and rejuvenating your cardiovascular system from the inside out. I remember one patient, a quiet Vietnam veteran in his early 70s, who had almost given up hope. His doctor had suggested medication, but he wanted something natural. We focused on improving his blood flow first. Within 6 weeks of using the olive oil mixture every night and making a few small lifestyle changes, he came back smiling. He said, "Doc, it's like my body woke up again." That kind of transformation isn't rare. It's what happens when you restore the system that nature built to work perfectly. When your blood flows freely, your energy rises, your stamina returns, and your confidence follows right behind. Erections become a reflection of health, not luck. And once your circulation is restored, the next question becomes, how do you keep it that way, day after day, year after year? The answer lies in one final, simple ritual that seals the foundation of lasting vitality. Let's explore it next. 8. High-quality olive oil and raw ingredients. Matter. Over the years, I've noticed something interesting among my patients. 2 men can follow the exact same routine, the same olive oil mixture, the same timing before bed, and yet one sees incredible results while the other barely notices a change. The difference often comes down to one simple but crucial factor: the quality of the ingredients. Your body can only work with what you give it. If you feed it lifeless, processed oils and artificial honey, it simply doesn't have the power to build hormones, fight inflammation, or restore circulation the way nature intended. When I say olive oil, I don't mean the cheap blend that's been sitting on a grocery shelf for months. I'm talking about high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, the kind that still carries the scent of the olive grove. The darker the glass bottle, the better protected it is from light and oxidation. Look for one that lists a harvest date, not just an expiration date, because freshness means potency. Real olive oil is rich, peppery, and slightly bitter. That's the taste of the polyphenols that protect your cells and support testosterone production. The same goes for honey. Most of what's sold in stores today has been heated, filtered, and stripped of its enzymes. It's basically syrup with no life left in it. But raw, unfiltered honey is different. It still contains pollen, antioxidants, and trace minerals that help regulate hormones and support energy. If you can, buy from a local beekeeper. I promise you'll taste and feel the difference. And when it comes to spices like cinnamon, turmeric, or seeds like pumpkin, freshness matters just as much. Pre-ground spices can lose most of their potency within months. Whenever possible, buy them whole and grind them yourself. You'll preserve the essential oils and active compounds that make these ingredients so powerful. This may sound like small details, but I've seen men double their results simply by switching to better ingredients. It's the difference between giving your body real fuel or empty calories. Nature always rewards quality. And your body knows the difference instantly. So before you start this nightly ritual, make it count. Choose ingredients that still have life in them, that still carry the essence of the earth. Because when you feed your body well, it responds in ways that will surprise you. And if you think that's powerful, wait until you hear what happens when you commit to this consistently, night after night, and begin to feel the transformation take hold. 9. Consistent nightly use leads to noticeable changes. I often tell my patients that the human body isn't built on quick fixes. It's built on consistency. Your hormones, your circulation, your energy, all of it responds to rhythm and repetition. When you start nourishing your body every night with olive oil and these natural ingredients, something begins to shift quietly beneath the surface. The first few nights, you might not notice much, but give it a week, and you'll start to feel subtle changes. deeper sleep, steadier energy, and a sense of calm that carries through your mornings. That's your body waking up again, remembering what it was designed to do. By the second week, many men tell me they're sleeping more soundly than they have in years. Their minds feel clearer, their mornings sharper. That's no coincidence. Quality sleep is the foundation of healthy testosterone. The olive oil and honey mixture nourishes your system throughout the night, helping you stay in those deep sleep cycles where hormones are made and tissues repair. Your metabolism becomes more efficient, inflammation starts to fade, and your body begins to operate in balance again. After about a month, real transformation starts to show. The mirror reflects a firmer, leaner version of yourself. The weight around the midsection begins to melt away because your body is finally burning fat instead of storing it. Your workouts feel easier. Recovery happens faster. And perhaps most importantly, you start waking up with energy. The kind that doesn't depend on caffeine or willpower. By the 6th to 8th week, most men notice the difference where it matters most. In their confidence and performance. Morning erections return naturally, stronger and more consistent. Libido rises. The connection with their partner deepens, not just physically, but emotionally. It's a sign that your hormones, circulation, and nervous system are finally in sync again. I've had men tell me, "Doc, I feel like I got my life back." That's what consistent care does. It rebuilds you from the inside out. But here's the truth. None of this happens overnight. It's the small, steady choices that compound into something extraordinary. Stay consistent, and your body will reward you in ways you didn't think possible. And if you've come this far, you deserve to know the final piece. The secret that ties all of this together and makes every other benefit even stronger. Let's uncover that next. 10. This ritual restores confidence, vitality, and manhood. When I think back on the thousands of men I've treated, the most powerful transformations weren't just physical, they were emotional. I've seen men walk into my office with their shoulders slumped, their voices low, convinced that aging had taken away their strength, their passion, their sense of manhood. And then, a few months later, I've seen those same men stand taller, their eyes brighter, their voices steady and alive again. What changed wasn't just their testosterone. It was their confidence, their belief that they still had control over their health and their future. This simple olive oil ritual may look small from the outside, but inside your body, it represents something profound: balance. Every spoonful before bed sends your body a message that you're ready to rebuild, to reclaim what time and stress tried to take from you. The healthy fats feed your hormones, the honey restores your energy, and the spices strengthen your circulation and heart. But beyond the biology, it reminds you of something deeper. That healing doesn't always require a prescription. Sometimes, it just takes consistency, intention, and faith in your body's ability to recover. I remember one of my oldest patients, a retired mechanic named Walter. He was 74 when he first came to me, exhausted and embarrassed about how much he'd slowed down. He started this nightly olive oil ritual with skepticism, but he promised he'd give it 2 months. When he returned, he didn't even have to speak. The change was written all over his face. He said, "Doc, my wife keeps telling me I look alive again." That's what this is really about. Not just hormones, but the feeling of being alive, vital, and connected to yourself again. The beauty of this ritual is that it's sustainable. It's simple, inexpensive, and rooted in real science. It doesn't fight against your body, it partners with it. And over time, that partnership brings back the confidence, energy, and drive that define who you are as a man. You start sleeping better, moving better, and loving better, not because you've turned back time, but because you've started working with it. So now that you understand how this nightly practice can restore your vitality from the inside out, there's one final message I want to leave you with. A truth that can change the way you see aging, masculinity, and your health forever. Let's talk about that as we close. 11. Conclusion. Reclaiming your strength, one night at a time. As we reach the end of this journey, I want to speak to you not as a doctor, but as a man who's seen what happens when another man begins to believe in his own body again. What I've shared with you isn't just a recipe, it's a reminder. A reminder that your best years don't have to be behind you. That vitality, passion, and confidence aren't lost with age. They just need to be reawakened. Every night you mix that spoonful of olive oil, honey, and powerful spices, you're doing something remarkable. You're choosing to heal yourself from within. I've seen men who thought they were too old regain the spark they had at 30. I've seen energy return to faces that had forgotten how it felt to wake up excited for the day. And I've seen relationships reignite, not through pills or prescriptions, but through patience, consistency, and care. Because when testosterone rises naturally, when circulation improves and your body begins to balance again, it changes how you move, how you think, and how you love. You start to feel connected to your partner, to your purpose, and to the man you were always meant to be. This nightly ritual is small, but its impact runs deep. It honors your body, feeds your cells, and helps you sleep like you did when life felt simpler. It's a quiet act of self-respect, one that builds strength not just in muscle, but in spirit. So as you close this video tonight, don't just think about what olive oil can do for you. Think about what you can do for yourself when you decide to show up, night after night, with discipline and hope. And if you've made it this far, I know something about you. You're not someone who's ready to slow down. You're someone who's ready to take control, to age on your own terms, and to feel proud of the man staring back at you in the mirror. Because the truth is, you're not getting old. You're getting wiser, stronger, and more capable than ever. So stay consistent, keep that nightly ritual alive, and watch as your energy, confidence, and manhood return. One night at a time. And if you're ready for the next step in rebuilding your strength naturally, I've got something powerful to show you next. Stay with me. If this message spoke to you, if something inside you stirred as you listened, then don't let it stop here. Take a moment right now to like this video, share it with a friend, a brother, or a father who might need to hear it. You never know whose life could change just by discovering that simple nightly ritual. Every like, every share, every comment helps this message reach more men who are searching for answers but don't yet know where to begin. I read every single comment you leave, and I mean that. Tell me what part of this video resonated with you most. Was it the science, the ritual, or the hope that it's never too late to rebuild your strength? Your stories inspire me to keep making videos that truly help men over 60 feel strong, alive, and confident again. And if you'd like to go one step further, consider supporting this channel through a small donation. It helps me continue to create honest, research-backed content that changes lives without relying on sponsors or ads. Think of it as investing in your own health and the health of countless others who need guidance just like you once did. So before you go, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share this video with someone who needs it, and if you can, make a small donation to keep this mission alive. Together, we can help men everywhere reclaim their vitality, one night, one habit, one heart at a time.